Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeons of Dredmor. So in this one, we're going to hope to do a little bit better. Charged in, got decimated on a monster zoo on the second level. We're going to be choosing the same settings as last time, going rogue. Permadeath, no time to grind. And then we're going to change up the loadout a little bit. One thing I did find out from one just seeing the first video and then a little bit of research is swords is actually not a warrior skill but a rogue skill. Relies on dexterity a little bit more than something like axes or maces or polearms, which are full-on warrior skills. So I think this time we're going to try something a little bit more roguish. Grab swords, archaeology, burglary, assassination, and then let's go with dual wielding. And let's see, what would round out a roguish character a little bit more? Artful Dodger. I did really like Berserker Rage though. I think that was pretty cool. Might still be worth doing. I don't even know if there is. I'm not sure what the other roguelike skill would even be. Let's go ahead and grab Berserker Rage. Maybe as our attacks build, that will help us out a bit. And we're again going to be Reddit Math, our eyebrowed hero, and we'll jump back in. Oh wow. So let's see what our starting stuff with some more. Oh, we got a few warrior skills. So let's see. Skills. Berserker Rage, obviously. I wish there was a way to just see from here. That might require a little bit of Googling. How about our dual wield, Berserker Rage? I'm not sure what else. Maybe swords. Swords has to be a rogue skill. That was our one rogue skill from last time. Oh well. We did get more lockpicks right off the bat. That's awesome. Also, the poncho with no name is just randomly sitting here. So this is dodge chance, and that is counter chance. Remove one dodge, one counter, and we get to replace it with 7 dodge and 3 enemy dodge reduction. That's pretty sweet. Alright, and then our standard crummy little wooden sword. Alright, so last time, first floor didn't give us too much trouble. Obviously, oh yeah, no loot fisk to tithe. First floor didn't give us too much trouble. Second floor was doing fine right up until the point of a... Yeah, right up until the point a monster zoo just destroyed us right off the bat. Ugh. So obviously we're a little bit less tanky than we were last time. We're going to be relying on dodge chance to just take no damage instead of the beefier skills letting us absorb that damage. Alright. We have no active skills yet. That second level of swords is going to give us the overhigh. And blackjack is nice from the assassinations skill path. Oh, and our goddess of inconsequentia gives us the monster Pakjafu, the bringer of mandrels, must be defeated, and the artifact Twyomiz, the insignificant greed, must be used on the monolith. Alright, so we're going to have to find the monolith as well as a little mini boss type guy. Hey, oh, food is good. Now we did see last time what actually killed us was an enemy stepping on a spell mine, and the spell mine got us. So I'm a little worried of the same thing happening. As you saw there, those Diggles decided to set off an acid trap, and that acid trap did a pretty decent chunk of our damage. Got an uncooked steak. Alright. Man, already getting beaten and bruised on the first level. Oh, didn't even see that little guy. Yeah, eat food to regain health. Well, thankfully, I have a surplus of Diggle eggs we just ran across there, and 10 HP. I'd say that's not too bad. You know, it's kind of the ultimate insult. Not only are we coming in and killing the monsters, we're not even killing their young. We are eating the eggs of their unborn children up. Now, we're just like a couple of XP away from leveling up, which is why I didn't bash open that statue, because I knew we could do just something like that. I'm going to grab another sword practice. We'll probably hold off on the next level of swords, which was that strike that hit in front of us. Didn't seem to do a whole lot as far as bang for the buck went. Alright, now with that, let's go ahead and backtrack for just a second, and we'll head back to the statue. I was sort of hoping like maybe we'd run into some enemies, and the heal after killing one of us might be a tactical advantage that we could use. But it did not turn out to be the case. Instead, from our roguish skills, we should be getting some decent XP off of all of the traps we're able to a bit more easily disarm than we could last time. And maybe for the hat trick, win/if being hopeful this run doesn't pan out, we can try some wizardy type stuff for the next one and see how that goes. Oh man. So Siegfried countered us as like the opening move. Countered us again there. Alright, I think we got this. Ooh. That was rough. Let's go ahead and munch on another Diggle egg for a little HP back. Uh-oh. Okay, so here is Pakjafu, the bringer of mandrills, our side quest objective. Okay, so we got the item off of him. As long as we can take out his cohort there without too much trouble. Nice. And some gloves for our trouble. So that's going to give us a little bit more block chance, which we don't have much of on this character. And we got our wizard keys. Thank goodness for forgetful wizards, man. Always leaving their keys just laying around in dungeons. Very nice. Ooh. That counter actually killed him, which is awesome. If we could build up some counter chance, I would not say no. See, we're getting like 16 experience from picking that lock versus sometimes just doing damage to ourselves, bashing down doors without the lock picking skills. We get offensive maneuvering, dexterous defense. So this is from the dual wielding path. Kind of need a second sword, I would think, to make that any good. Turns dodges into counterattacks. Lucky picks. Belongs in a museum. Okay, this lets us gain XP by sending items to a quote-unquote museum. I like a keto for adventurers, giving us the ability to turn dodges into counterattacks sometimes. As our dodge chance goes up, that's going to be more and more valuable to us. Very Canadian formula there at the end. Not bad, not bad. Alright, and we found the first floor shop. Oh wow, and this is a very big shop indeed. Let's sort, and let's just put all this stuff off the quick bar over there, and then maybe... Oh, that sold it. That's actually not what I intended to do. I was trying to set it back to the quick bar. I think there's a keyboard shortcut for that, but I'm not entirely sure what it might be. I just want to put some of our food items down here so that I kind of know where we stand. Mana is not even a concern a little bit. So everything that's not food... Hold on to the potion of invisibility as well. Don't need the alcohol, need the quest item, emerald, pyrite, and then these things. We also recovered some traps that we're actually able to use because we had recovered them in such good condition. Boulder drop plate, anti-magic field. Let's just hold on to those. Like, maybe they'll come in handy. Largely because they're just not worth very much to even bother selling. Got a dagger there. What I'd really like to get is another sword on the goal of dual wielding a bit. Oh man, look at that thing. A rift axe for 58,000. The blade of this axe cuts both time and space. It should suffice to say that if you tried to split firewood with it, terrible lumber-related things would happen to other worlds. Yeah. That's why we don't cut wood with the time and space axe, guys. It's just a thing you don't do. Alright. We did get another sword. That was the little rusty sword. I think was the base that we kind of started with the last time. Nothing else I think is going to be super advantageous. We could grab a copper ring for some resistance, but why bother? Everything else is kind of lousy. Get some supple leather gloves for a little bit more HP. I think we'll just call it good for now. I'm back out of here, and we'll head down the road not yet chosen. A little bit of smoked cheese. Also, the game seems to insinuate the primary food that you would be eating while dungeoneering would be fine cheeses. You know, we've got smoked applewood cheddar cheese, not a cheese to be trifled with. We've got a cheese round. We've got some aged cheese. We've got some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Yes, it's legit. Not any of that fake stuff. Oh, that's not what I intended to do. Oh, it just teleported me like right here. And that is one dead sickly diggle. And then, of course, the dire sandwich for when you have a real man-sized hunger. Brr, water is cold. Hyperborean empowerment. Alright, get the power of cold on our side. An astrologer's hat, a shiv, and some grog. So again, I think pretty much any combination of skills would get you through the first level. Maybe I was a little bit rash in charging down, even though the first level seems like a pushover. Maybe it is going to be our opportunity to just grind up XP in order to make sure that we don't immediately walk into a monster dungeon, monster zoo thing and get ourselves absolutely annihilated. So we'll spend a little bit more time instead of rushing down. I think we'll probably clear the entire first floor, and then we'll wrap this video, and we'll start breaking Dungeons of Dredmor down into a like floor by floor type thing. That should make for probably 30 to 45 minute videos each, a little bit longer than I'd prefer, but makes the most sense, easiest to follow, etc., etc. Especially if a bunch of videos start coming out to floor 1s over and over again. You guys could maybe skip to later episodes of the runs that do a little bit better. Help everybody identify when I just get absolutely destroyed early on in a game. Cracked orb. So we did just get from that shop, we're now dual wielding, yeah, 2 swords, which seems to certainly be adding a significant amount of extra damage. Oh man, that was a cool looking pyromancer gloves. Yeah, we're now able to mostly just one-shot these little guys, and I'd say that's probably a good sign. It seems like you'd want to be able to just basically mow down the level of the dungeon you're on by the time you're leaving it, so that like the level 1 enemies are providing just 0 challenge whatsoever. Hey, it's time to move on to level 2 instead of getting anxious for it. I like the idea of having a really powerful poncho with no name, and it added some more counter chance, I believe. Yeah, that's up to 19 now, so that's going to be good. On our Dexy build, we're going to be wanting to dodge and counter as much as possible. Yeah. Ooh. Keichelmag, the off-balance root vegetable. This sword is very, very rusty. Your enemies might just die of tetanus, studded with bonded moon powder. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to get to that. Oh, come on now. I do think there are some rogue skills that let you leap like 1 space. But I'm not sure. I might be able to pick that up before we get off the floor. We can always come back, but man, I kind of closed the book on once you go down a floor that I'm probably just never going to remember to come back up. We also got to the monolith, and we want to use the insignificant greed on it. Hey, we got Umagit, the squamous cake. Ooh. This wooden sword is alarmingly undeadly. Alright, so this wooden sword compared to this wooden sword, certainly better. It's going to give us 1 more HP, and it looks like 1 stubbornness. Gives you the ability to ignore mean things other people say about you. It affects magical resistances as well as block chance. Ooh. There's a nice thud that starts to develop as far as the sound effect when hitting people. Oh, and one of the diggles diggled out. There we go. We are a little bit sickly from the sickly diggle's diggle flu, but I think we'll survive. So it looks like, looking on the mini-map here, see there's a gap there. I don't know if maybe the dungeon's going to wind all the way around, or if we're like almost done with it, because that's very far away for it to lead to any more dungeon here in this lower portion of the map. We will give it a shot though. Maybe try out like a teleporty thing. Yeah. Oh, nice. That got us all the way over here. Pop up and voila. Unopened door. Oh, just Lutefisk. Okay, so I believe that's going to be the entire first floor. So here we are on the second floor. We've already got death and zombies and enraged diggles abound. We will go ahead and break this episode up here. I do thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoy the new series as we learn a little bit more about Dungeons of Dredmor and I figure out what the hell I'm doing all the time. Hopefully things get a little bit more exciting. If you did like it, feel free to subscribe to see more, hit the like button, or leave a comment if you have any feedback to give about this or any of my other videos, as I always appreciate it. And I will catch you guys next time.